and I love to hear also. And I love students, so this is the best opportunity for me to talk. Ashank and Padma are good friends of mine, and in the name of Avanti, they started a foundation, and I told, definitely I will address students because, you are the future. I do not know what all the episodes I should talk today, whether I should talk about, I think you all read on the internet how I met J.R.D. Tata, or how I wrote, do you want that, or you want something else, I'll talk. You tell me the choice. Something else or same? And something else. Now you tell me, you should be bold, you should be positive, and you should tell me. Something else. Okay, I will tell you. Because this, I think, is circulated too much on the internet, how I wrote to J.R.D. Tata. So I will tell you something else. That is not a problem. About 15 years back, it's a true story. I have not added anything, no masala in that. It's a real story. 15 years back, I was traveling by train. Normally, I travel by train in the interior part of Karnataka or anywhere because I can meet people. It's very easy to be cut off from the reality. So I prefer to travel by train, that is too in a second class. So I was traveling by second class train, and it was a place known as the Bidar. It's about 600 kilometers away from Bangalore. It's Hyderabad, Karnataka, we call it. It's one of the non-developed state of Karnataka. I was traveling, and the TC came. I don't know how many of you people travel by train because the train is more expensive. Someone said train is more expensive than plane now. While I was traveling, the TC came, and TC always checks the ticket. So he checked the ticket, and he also has an eye to find out who are ticketless, actually. I will not be able to know. I feel everyone has a ticket, but he knows. I'm sure you travel by your local train without ticket, you will be the first person who will be caught. So they have an eye to find out, and he found out below my berth, there was a girl, young girl of 13, 14 years, sitting, hiding below my berth. He said, hey, girl, come out, and she came out, and she was in torn clothes. Of course, she had tears, mark you can see on her face. And he said, where is your ticket? And she did not have a ticket, and TC said, you should get on the next station. Otherwise, I'll give it to police. It was evening, late evening, around 7 o'clock or something, and the girl started sobbing, and everyone looked at her, and even I looked at her. I thought for a minute, if the girl gets on the next station, she will be on the platform. I do not know what will be her future. A young girl of 13, 14 years. And I felt very sad for her state. So I told, okay, beta, where are you going? I asked her. She said, I don't know. Then I told TC, I will buy a ticket for her. It will cost 500-600 rupees. I said, I will pay. But I did not know her destination. So I said, okay, where the train ends in Bangalore, and I was going to Bangalore. I said, okay, get me a ticket of this girl. And I don't want to tell her real name because it's not fair on telling someone's personal life. And she did tell me later that I must talk about her. That's the reason I've taken her permission. So let us call her Pooja. And I bought a ticket for Pooja from that station to Bangalore, and she went up. I talked to her, I gave whatever food I have, I shared with her, and I asked her, beta, why are you coming like this? You are a young girl, you should not travel like this, and you don't know where you are going. What is your background? What has happened? After she cried for half an hour, and then she told me her father was a coolie in a small village. Her father was a coolie in a small village, and her mother died when she was young. Her father remarried, and she had a stepmother. Stepmother has 2 sons. India is the land where normally sons are the privileged one. Though we talk, yatra narya ramante pujyante tatra devataha. Wherever women are respected, the goddess resides there, the gods reside. We talk, but in reality, that may or may not be true. To that extent, not 100%, many times it is not true, particularly in the rural area. So the stepmother thought she has 2 sons, they will earn and they will be helpful to her. Why have headache of this girl? So she used to beat her away and tell her to get lost. She did not have anybody in this world. The girl was very bright. She used to go to school, Kannada medium school, and she must have been 7th or 8th class. One day the beating was so much, and she felt enough is enough, and she ran away from home. And she showed me there were marks on her body, all blue. Her back was blue, and there were marks, and she was not lying. And I really felt bad for her. that what a society we have, what a mother she is. At least this orphan girl, she could have looked after, she would have also helped her in some way. But anyway, the reality is that she pushed her out of the house. So she came to Bangalore, and then she got down at Bangalore, even I got down at Bangalore, I did not know what to do with her. I said, where do you want to go? She said, I don't know anybody in Bangalore. You bought the ticket for me to Bangalore, so I'm coming with you. My mother always tells me, you have a very peculiar knack of getting into problems. And I always tell her, God is kind to me, He also shows me the exit in a peculiar way. So I have this girl whose address is not known, nothing is known about her, except that parents were, stepmother was very cruel to her, and what to do with her. That same day I was traveling to some other place by flight, so I can't even keep her at home because I was not there at home. I took her straight to my office. In my office there is a cleaning lady by the name Sheila. Sheila had 3 daughters. So I told Sheila, look, I will be back from my tour under 3 days. Meantime, you keep this girl with her, and I gave some money to Sheila that buy some dress something for her and food also. After 3 days, let me think it over what to do with puja. I went to, I think Hyderabad or Bombay somewhere. It's about 15 years back, I don't remember. Somewhere I went and came back after 3 days. And then Sheila brings this girl and stands in front of me. Ma'am, I have 3 daughters, the 4th one you have kept now, know what to do with her. I was wondering what to do with her, but then I remembered I have a friend. Now we have also a network. Like in business, you have all the networks. Similarly, in art, you have the networks. In social work also, we have networks. Orphanage. Our networks are orphanage, old age home, NGOs, poor sanitation project heads. All these are all our networks. I remembered a friend of mine and his wife. They run an NGO to help girl child in their education. So I called both husband and wife. I told, look, here is a girl, and you should be her caretaker because I travel 20 days in a month, minimum 200 days in a year. And I have a very small house, 2-bedroom house, and most of the time I'm not at home. I will pay for everything for this girl. You take care of this girl. You have a hostel, and she likes studies. You enroll her into the school. So my friend Pramod and his wife, they took this girl. There are 4 girls. They will have a house of 2-bedroom apartment. This girl stayed there. And after a month, they wanted to enroll her. I took her to the shop. I bought some few salwar kameez, books, everything, first time. And I told her, look, Pooja, I will buy the necessary. Like I will pay for your food, I will pay for your clothing, I will pay for your education. But no extra money, because many a times extra money will lead to many more complications. You should concentrate on your studies and you should study well. She said yes. And once in 6 months I used to meet her, and she used to come to my office with her progress report. She was doing exceedingly well. And she was, of course, very quiet, and I understand. She did not have anybody to share her difficulties, her anxieties. She may be worried that this lady whom I do not know, whom I met in train, how long she will pay for my education. One day she may say enough, then where I should go. She was worried, but I assured her, do not worry, we will take care. And 3 years she passed out 10th class with 90% marks. Very good marks. I was very happy. I called her and asked her, what do you want to do after this? She said, I want to continue my studies. I want to do diploma in electronics and communication. I said, why not do degree? She said, no, I have decided I will do diploma. Probably it was in her mind that she never wanted to be a burden to me for a long time. Could be in her mind. It's difficult to read what was in her mind. And she did her diploma, 3 years diploma after her 10th class, and she got a job as a testing assistant in a software company. When she got her salary, she brought a sari for me, and it's not I'm telling the story because she brought a sari for me. It is a mark of gratitude. She brought a sari for me, and she said, ma'am, I'm extremely happy. I got a very good job. I get 7,000, 8,000 or 10,000 salary or something, she told me. My friend Pramod told me, now she's an earning member. I do not want to keep her in a girls' education hostel. It's meant for students, and now she's not a student. I told Pramod, I can't keep her anywhere else for the time being. So let her continue, but let her pay double the amount. Suppose normally you charge about 2,000 rupees a child, let her pay 4,000. Doesn't matter, because she is no longer a student. You keep for a year or two, we'll see. Now she must have been 20, 21 years old, I was worried about her marriage. All these days, she was a student, I will pay money, she will study. It was like a system was going on. Now she's 21 years, I do not know where she should get married. I don't know how to search. I never asked anybody in that community because I really do not have faith in community. Which community you come from, I don't care. You have to be born some community, you have to be born. But now when it comes to marriage, now I have to ask, find out a boy who will marry, how the boy will be. I do not know. It's quite complicated process. I always tell my children, you find out your own partner so that I don't want to spend time and neither I want to get into the most complex system. And they did that. So with Pooja, it was hard for me to tell you find out your boy because she did not have anybody. What to do? It was always back of my mind what to do. Let her work for a couple of years. We will see. After 2 years, she comes and says, ma'am, I want to tell you a very happy news. I thought she's getting married. I said, who is the boy? She said, no, I got an opportunity to go abroad. I was happy because normal circumstances she would not have gone. So she said, I'm going to America and I really look forward and we all wished her best and she left for America and 2-3 years have passed and once I went to Stanford University to deliver a lecture. And I go to the hotel, I check in and the next day I was supposed to give a lecture in Karnataka Sangha. I'm a Kannada person. So normally I address Kannadigas in whichever part of India, in US. I went there and I wanted to pay my room rent, everything, and then they said it's already been paid. I said, who can pay me, who can pay my bill? They said, and then I turned back and I saw Pooja with a white boy. She was standing there and I could make out. She was looking better, a little bit of fat she added. And of course, I think in America you eat a lot of cheeseburger and pizza, and I understand. And she told her, ma'am, I have paid this and I'm getting married next month. And there was a boy, she introduced me, John. And she touched my feet, and she told John to touch my feet. He did not know head and tail. He also touched my feet. I said, Chitra, why did you pay? First of all, I was very happy to see her after 3 years. And I said, why did you pay my hotel bills? She told me a beautiful sentence, very beautiful sentence. She said, ma'am, I paid this because you paid my train ticket from Bidar to Bangalore. And unknowingly, the tears started coming to me. I said, Chitra, I have not done anything great. I have spent only 500 rupees on your ticket. And I'm, in your life, there are many links are there. I'm the first link. She said, ma'am, if you would not have paid that ticket, I would have gone on the next station and I don't know where I would have been today. I would have been in the red light market, I would have been a beggar, I would have been anywhere else in the world. You brought me to Bangalore, but I really feel it is not my greatness. Any human being should do this one. But the greatness is with Chitra because she studied single-mindedly, she pursued her education without anybody's. Only we did a financial help, emotional help, and she did not have any tuition class, anything. She pursued single-mindedly and she went abroad and she told me, ma'am, it's very easy to marry in US. I like John. John is my software engineer in the same company. He never asked me my community, where I come from, all those things. I liked him and he liked me. We are getting married. She made her life. So what I want to tell you in life, if you want to achieve, people can help you to some extent, initial period, but ultimately, you have to do that. And Chitra is the best example. A girl who sat below the berth without ticket, who travels from Bidar, becomes a software engineer, testing engineer in the US with a sheer determination. And this is what I want to tell you in life. If you want to do anything, you are responsible. You do not want to do anything, you are responsible. Atmaihi atmano bandhur, atmaihi ripu atmanaha. Krishna says, in this life, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, not Nitish Bharadwaj, but in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, who is your best friend in life? The best friend is you yourself. You yourself is the best friend. You want to achieve in life, you are responsible. Single-mindedly, you should think of it. You should always worry about your future and go towards your goal. Who is your worst enemy? You yourself. I don't want to see. I don't want to study. I can see TV. There are 100 soap opera will be going on last week. Always the Bahu's opera will be there. They will have a lot of gold jewelry on their body. They will wear most expensive sarees. I think even the richest people don't wear that kind of saree at home. And there is always a politics and woman is the culprit. If you want to see that kind of a television series, spend your time, you are most welcome, but you are destroying your life. What are you gaining by that? Please remember, the girl like Chitra, without any help, she could achieve it. If you are determined to do well in life, you are responsible, no one else. You do not want to do, then you are also responsible. You are all young. Please remember, if you have good habits now, then you can go up in life. The sky is the limit. If you do not want, then you can go down any limit. There is no limit also. I had a classmate by the name Portado. In olden days, I joined engineering college in 1968. Your parents were not even born at that time. There were no girls in the university. And there was a big issue, there was a big debate in my house. I want to join engineering. It was as if like, big sabha was called, lot of meeting people. My grandmother told she should never join engineering. The reason, she will not get a boy who will marry a lady engineer. That was the reason. My father was worried, if I do engineering, then I may not have future because nobody will employ a lady engineer. Our college was not keen to take me. Our college where I studied engineering college, the BUB college, they said we can't, as far as merit is concerned, you are very good. But we do not want to admit you. The reason is, we don't have a ladies' toilet. And we have to build one, it's a waste of money because you are the only crack who is joining engineering college and nobody will join. Then have to close the ladies' toilet. What we have to do? Our staff was not keen I should join because there was no ladies' room. There's always a ladies' room in a gents college used to have that kind of golden days. So everybody was against me and they said, they pursued. My grandfather persuaded me, said, if you don't do engineering, then I will get you a new sari. It was an incentive in my time. Today you say new sari, nobody will care. New sari, and you can do MSc mathematics and become a teacher. Or my father said, you should become a doctor because my dad was a doctor. You will be a very good lady doctor. Everyone had their own way, but I told no, I am going to join engineering because I believe I can do it. You should believe within yourself first. It is not that A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, everyone will tell you and you are carried away. You should believe, am I doing anything wrong ethically? No. Am I cheating anybody? No. Am I stealing anything? No. What am I doing? After all, I want to pursue the subject which I like. So I told my father, I do not want any of these things. I want to do my engineering. Then I went to my principal and told, I want to join engineering. You don't have to build a ladies' toilet for me. It was 2 miles away from my home. Whenever I have to use the toilet, I will go home, I'll walk 2 miles. It doesn't matter. Because in life, if you want to achieve, hurdles do come. There is no path without hurdles. There is no brightness without darkness. There is no sunshine without a rainy season. Please remember, there is no flower without a thorn. Life has difficulties. It is not a Hindi movie. You meet a boy and if love at first sight, you marry, you will be happy ever after. No, that is not life. That is only 3 hours movie. Okay? And you pay for it. In life, you have to face difficulties. There is sunshine, there is wind, there are tears, there are joys. This is a life. Plus, minus, like a wheel. You should not get worried about that. I said, okay, I will use the restroom, walk 2 miles, but I will do that. My principal put a condition. They are so funny conditions, you laugh at it. I was 17 years old. They said, you must wear a sari because it's a boys' college. We don't want any girl in skirt. It is not good ethics. Imagine, that is the ethics in 1968. You have to wear a sari every day. And I said, okay, I will wear sari. That is not a problem. Third point, he said, you should not use a college canteen. You should not use college canteen. We don't like it. A lady entering the boys' college canteen. I said, fair enough. Fourth condition, you should not talk to boys. That I did not listen. I did not listen. I said yes to him, but I did not listen because after all, it's a 5 years engineering course and I don't have any classmates in my class. And if I miss a class or if I have to do anything, talk about my subject, I have to talk to my colleagues. You cannot differentiate. You are a boy, you take right side staircase. You are a girl, take left side staircase. You can't do such things. Men and women are part of the society. There is no society without women. There is no society without men. We are not competitors. Men and women are not competitors. They are companions. Please understand, we should not compete with men, but we should be the companion. So I told, I am going to talk to boys. Let my principal say anything. I had a very good time, 5 years in engineering college, and my classmates became like my own brothers because we had a very good rapport. I did my engineering. I had a classmate by the name Portado. Portado was a very bright boy. How much time I have left? 10 minutes? Under 10 minutes? No, otherwise I'll talk next 45 minutes. My worry is that. And I'll miss my flight. Portado was my classmate. You should tell me when I have to stop. Okay. And Portado was very, very bright. He was a Goan boy. He will get up at 11 o'clock in the day. Class will start at 7. He will get up at 11. He will always copy my notes. And he used to get first class because it is not difficult. If you by heart, okay, if you by heart certain portions which are must in the examination, you get a first class. I used to tell Potato, you are so bright, you get first class. Tell me, why can't you study properly? He said, Sudha, I have kept all these things for you. You study. Final year, I will get up.